blessed Sunday to everybody. I'm very sorry. I've been trying my best to really ramp it up, so to speak, ladies and gentlemen, because there are just too many topics to handle, and we are about to explode in terms of coverage all over the world. 189 nations all over the world, except China and Russia. But China is all over me because they obviously want to know what's the latest. And then when I was in Hong Kong a few years ago, they did not want me to enter the People's Republic of China from Hong Kong to Beijing. I don't know why. But one of the ladies there and one of the guys even threatened me and said, if you enter that rent a car, something will happen to you. So obviously, I shoved off and left from Hong Kong back to the Philippines. And I guess you already know who that person is, because there's so much mudslinging right now between certain elements in the Philippines who are in the United States of America, who are bad-mouthing me, but they're about to go because many white Americans specifically have realized my value to Oklahoma. Okay? So I'd like to be very, very clear. I am not associated with so many Filipinos here in the Oklahoma state right now, because Oklahoma is about to boom, especially if we vote the right people. I already endorsed AG Gentler Drummond because I'm very confident that he would be the right person to lead Oklahoma in the next 5 to 10 years. I already mentioned you that, and he's the most qualified, and we need a strong person to sustain this economic boom. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the Senate race, it's very close. So many undecided voters. At the first stage, they wanted to be very conservative by making Stewart continue his tenure. But as the race went along, Herring is definitely the candidate to beat. Why? Because there was a combination of votes between Herring and Misty Shannon, who dropped out of the race. So, from the looks of it, it is very clear that voters want action. Voters want more roads, better schools, better jobs, better infrastructure, lower crime rate, lower taxes, and the list goes on. And that is what Senator-to-be Herring is promising. But he lacks the ability, the talents of Senator Stewart to precisely make Oklahoma sustain this boom economy. So my vote right now is I would make Herring the next senator of the state of Oklahoma for one basic reason. One simple reason. The Oklahoma voters are sick and tired of begging for more roads, begging for lower taxes, begging for better jobs, and begging for this growing crime rate. They're sick and tired. So out of the blue, Tyler Herring comes to the rescue and commits a lot of things, but we have no choice but to give him the mandate. With regards to the state superintendent, it is very clear again that there are so many undecided voters whether to vote for Taylor or Franklin? The reason why I'm going for Franklin is this. Robert Franklin will kick out the bad students that destroy, even murder, some of the students within the public and private school stratosphere. We need a strong state superintendent that can discipline these criminal kids who are the future headache of the state. And therefore, I would like to endorse to my 6,000 voters to vote for Robert Franklin as the next superintendent. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot understate or overstate the importance, the pivotal importance of these elections. Understate in the sense that if we hire the wrong candidates again, Oklahoma will not sustain the number 5 surplus economy in the United States. And I cannot overstate the fact that it is all up to these leaders. Leaders that are open-minded and who can deliver the objectives that we have set forth. And that is why I would like to address this to Governor-to-be Drummond, Senator-to-be Herring, and State Superintendent-to-be Franklin, that the least you can do is to open your doors to the public, and as we make requests for our given districts, counties, please have an open ear to respond immediately. And unlike the previous candidates, we have to beg for it. We have to shout for it. We have to literally die down the streets of Oklahoma just to make that special request, to make this particular road to happen, this particular job, this particular tax, this particular policy, this particular child is a menace to our society, and that's basically it. As Senator-to-be Tyler Herring would say, it's back to basics. Big ears, immediate response, you get the vote. Thank you. Good afternoon. This is Gavin Batista, your host at the Prosperity Channel. Let us make Oklahoma continue to be the 5th surplus economy and hopefully the number 1 surplus economy in the United States of America. Send me a like, please subscribe. Gavin Batista, your host, and definitely at your service to make you prosperous. My callback number, you can call me up direct if you are outside the United States and want to get a piece of the action here. It is at 405-503-8511. Thank you so much. And again, good afternoon, Oklahoma.